Hi guys, my name's Amelia. Welcome back to my channel and hello if you are new. Today's video is going to be the start of a new mini-series about the best experience of my life, which was World Challenge. So if you want to stay tuned to find out more, keep on watching. And this mini-series is probably going to be cut into about 5 different videos, depending on what topic I'm going to be talking about regarding my experience with World Challenge. And I just think this was a good idea because when I was in preparation to go on World Challenge, there was no videos like this. So I just want to share my own experience, give you tips, tricks, techniques, and yeah, just coping skills for the actual expedition because it's difficult. So anyway, let's start off at the beginning. The first part to this mini-series is going to be all about fundraising for World Challenge because there's a lot more to your expedition than the actual expedition. I was fundraising for 2 years before I even went on the expedition in 2017. So I started fundraising in 2015. That's how much preparation it really requires. So yes, I think in honour of World Challenge, I think I'm going to change into my Groovy World Challenge t-shirt, which is not sponsored by the way, so let's get changed. So now that I am in my World Challenge t-shirt, let's get on with the fundraising tips. So the first section of fundraising tips I've got to share with you is of course online, because of course you can make millions online, and I feel like that's such an easy way in this day and age, especially with young people who are very tech savvy, which is not me by the way. First of all, the biggest help in my fundraising journey, which literally made me £2,000, because I did actually in fact have to raise £4,000 to go on my expedition to Borneo, which was insane. And on top of that, I had to buy kit, I had to get vaccinations, which aren't free by the way on the NHS, which is a bit schneedy of them. So easy fundraising was what made my dream come true basically. What you have to do on this site, you just sign up, register as a charity, which World Challenge is a valid charity to use because you're obviously fundraising to do something that's humanitarian, you know what I mean. Easy fundraising, you sign up, you'll get your friends and family to click on your link just before they purchase something online. And depending where they are buying from online, you'll get, say, 10% of what they paid, because if you buy it through Easy Fundraising, the company has to give 10% of what your friends and family paid to your Easy Fundraising account, if that makes sense. So basically you're taking a cut off their purchases. I got so many people to sign up with me. My mum got so many people to sign up to my account as well, to buy things through my account, and I made £2,000 off it, so it really does work. Furthermore, I also won a competition with the most successful Easy Fundraising account, and I won a GoPro with it, so that was my 5 minutes to fame. Another really useful website or fundraising page to use is of course Gofundme, which is basically just sign up and ask people to donate. I feel like that's a little bit more confrontational, if you know what I mean. Gofundme is always an option if you have very generous friends and family. Another thing which I wish I'd done to help me raise money was selling my clothes on Depop. I of course do that now. My Depop is at Sugar Cinnamon, and yeah, shameless self promo. Selling clothes on Depop, very easy, very quick, and you make a lot of money off it. Another way of raising money is selling your old items on Shpock or Gumtree. I recently sold my old phone on there for £30, which was actually quite good because it's completely fucked, and it's just 100% profit. Because even though Depop's good, Depop does take a 10% cut of anything you earn, so that's a little bit shit. I don't think they should do that, especially they shouldn't take a cut of your postage as well, which is another different story. And another way of making money online is of course promoting a brand on Instagram or YouTube, or starting a YouTube channel, monetizing your videos and getting paid for you doing that, and that's what I'm doing. The next little section is how to fundraise for World Challenge in real life, in person. The obvious ones which will help you fundraise are of course going to local craft fairs, doing tombolas, baking cakes, selling them, etc, etc. And usually at a craft fair I would make anywhere between £80 to £100 depending on how busy it was, so that was a really good way of making money. However, you do have to pay for the table, so that will take a £10 cut of what you've made. Another good way is of course selling at car boot sales, just selling your old junk. just anything, because there will be someone who wants to buy your crap. There you can make like 50 quid, 100 quid, depending on how busy it is. On the other hand, depending on what lot you do your car boot sale on, they'll ask for like a little cut of the money you made, so they might ask for £5, £10, depending on where you go. Another really good way of fundraising, especially nearing a Christmas time, is of course going to local Christmas fairs, setting up a stall, maybe selling mulled wine, maybe selling mince pies, making and selling Christmas crafts, Christmas cake, just like people love Christmas, so this is a perfect time to start doing that. Another way I fundraise is I put my baking skills to test and made cupcakes, flapjacks, cookies, and sold them at my local community centre at my secondary school in a little tuck shop, and that got me quite a good little bit of money on the side. And another really good way to fundraise World Challenge is doing sponsored anything. Like, I did a sponsored abseil in Middlesbrough Suspension Bridge and I got £350 for it, and that was just like that. Like, it only took me an hour, and plus it's so fucking fun. Like, I'm proper adrenaline junkie. You can also do sponsored runs, sponsored hikes, sponsored bike rides. Just keep an eye on what sponsored events are going on in your area at the moment. Also, we did a lot of World Challenge group fundraising events, so we hosted a lot of talent shows at my local secondary school, and we also did a lot of like craft fairs and stuff in the school itself. But that's not as good because the money you make is obviously cut between like 14 people, because there was 14 people in my group. So you're not going to earn as much through that, even though it will take up the same amount of time and effort, but it's a nice way of team building, of course. I live on a farm, so I also sold fruit when it was in harvest, so I sold raspberries in the crates, because millions of raspberries literally go in my garden. It's unreal. When the apples came in harvest, because I've got 3 big apple trees, I sold them, made apple pies, apple crumbles. It's just utilising what you've got and taking everything as an opportunity to make money. Another thing I did was I got a big glass jar, but didn't have a way of opening it, so it was literally just a glass jar with like a lid that you couldn't open and like a hole at the top, and you can get them off eBay, off Poundland, if anything like that, really cheap. And I would put £1 in every day for a whole year, and after a year you'd have £365 just ready to smash and give it to World Challenge. And that's just another good way to save money in general, like say if you're a student or something. And the biggest, most important way to save money is stop buying so much shit. Just use your critical thinking when you want to buy something. Don't just go willy-nilly buying like impulsive purchases. Try and keep an eye on your spending. Track your spending habits, etc. Make a budget planner. There's a various amount of apps that you can track your spending habits. Try and save up as much as you can. And £4,000 is a lot of fucking money to save. Like, you don't even know until you know. So yes, there you have some very easy ways of fundraising, some tips, techniques, tricks that I've learned from my own experience. And I hope you take this information with you to your own preparation for World Challenge. And I hope if you're going on World Challenge, I hope you have a successful fundraising journey, and I hope you have a great expedition. Bye guys!